Hi, I'm Deborah Hawkins, and thank you for visiting my website. Each and every person who visits here, and especially those who leave a question, I'm really grateful for. Each and every question really grows my awareness, and I hope will grow others' awareness, and how we really journey these uncharted waters around raising gay children. Many of the emails I receive, there is a definite sense of shame and guilt attached to the feelings about coming out or a parent finding out about a child. And although these are very normal feelings that we all go through, I know I certainly felt that way in the beginning. I want you to know that it's important for those to be released so that you can love yourself, so that you can accept your child. I feel that a lot of the shame and guilt that we feel around this is really from our culture, from our teachers, from our communities, and sometimes from our religion. And what I'm offering here is really my story about allowing yourself to love more and judge less. I want to remind everyone as well that it's so important to keep humor in all this. You know, it feels painful when we find out that our children are gay, and you know, it's a struggle when we have this challenge with telling our parents and our families. But I want to remind you that you have to keep humor about all this. This is really how this made our journey to the other side, so to speak, much easier. There are so many stories around my son about him being gay and coming out. One in particular was the first date. There are all these firsts along the way of the journey. And there will be a first date. And, we were so awkward, and we were sitting right here in my living room, and if it had been, a young woman, there wouldn't have been any question. But, just the awkwardness that comes just because we don't know. This is something we don't get, we don't understand. But, we got through the evening, my husband and I. But we got through it with humor, and that's what I'm inviting you all to consider is, to understand that having humor in all this really can help you get through the process. In situations where one family member is in acceptance of the child and the other one hasn't gotten there yet, I really want to remind you that, each person processes this differently and in their own time. And, that happens a lot within families. Maybe the mom or dad is okay and the other spouse is really struggling with it. And I encourage that, if you're okay with it, if you're the spouse or the family member that's okay with it, just know, let the other person process in their own time. You give the love and acceptance to the child, as best you can, and trust that your being in alignment with it will help bring the other family members into that circle as well. One of my suggestions, that I say over and over in my support to others is, if, as a parent, you are really struggling with wrapping your arms around this with your child, I highly encourage you to seek out a therapist or a coach or someone who can support you really work through your own feelings around this, because the old saying, you can't give what you ain't got. And this is true. It's so hard for us to support our children when we don't understand what's going on, when it's so hard for us and we're feeling shame and guilt. So I highly encourage you to seek out your own support as a parent so that you can really help your child. In this day and time, I really feel hopeful about the way we're moving in accepting our gay children. With the work that I've done on 2020 and what's coming to light now, I think we as a family and a nation, we're recognizing that the most loving thing we could ever do is accept our child. And that really sets them up to love themselves and go out into the world and really contribute. The gift in all this for me is that I have discovered in having thousands of conversations with so many people is that everyone's got a gay story. Our fathers are gay, our brothers are gay, our sisters, our aunts, you know. Everyone has a gay story. And generally, there's some pain behind that because we struggle with forgiveness, we struggle with acceptance, we struggle with understanding it. And I'm inviting you to really stretch, you know, if there's someone in your family and there's a challenge around this, you know, to really stretch, to go into understanding and love and acceptance and, you know, get the support you need. It's so important for us to have peace in our hearts and peace in our families. As challenging as it is to raise a gay child, I want you to know that for me, it's taken me into places that I would have never gone before. Places like acceptance and compassion and really stretching me to be a better mother, a better wife, a better friend. So I offer you this journey. It is a challenging one, yes, but there are lots of gifts along the way.